Hey, good evening. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, nighttime edition on a Tuesday night where we talk about jobs, tech, we'll do a little tweeting, Twitter, see how some of the Agilists are talking out there in the Twitterverse, and we'll get you going on that. And I'm a little late, and I needed coffee, to be honest with you. I needed lots of coffee. So I got some coffee. I got my giant coffee cup. So I got coffee. So I drank it before the show. I'm not going to drink coffee. I highly recommend that if you ever do these things, do not drink coffee while you're doing the show, because that could be a bad thing. Anyway, so tonight we're going to go through the job postings for LinkedIn over the past month and see how they've changed. And then we are going to jump over and look at some stocks. We haven't looked at stocks in a while, so I figure we go look at stocks. And then we're going to close it off with looking at who's out there tweeting out there from the Agilist. Now, remember, if you want to be on my Agilist list, send me a note. If I don't already have you there, I can add you. As long as you're tweeting about Agile, we're good to go. So with that, I'm going to switch over the video to the display. Whoops, wrong display. This display? That's this display. So that's everything. Put a little picture of myself up there in the little video world. Turn the old video off and should have everything on the screen. Looks like we do. I did do the banners. So we're going to start off with the United States. So I'm going to show a little banner of the United States job postings for this week. And how, again, just a reminder, what we look at is what so we basically look how many jobs got posted in the past month. I've been tracking it. So here's all the ones in the United States so far. It looks very positive. Agile business analyst is up 35,000. Business analyst up 34,000. So that's really good. Looks like project managers up by 26,000. They're up to 263,000. Agile project manager, 260,000, right? So that's a combination there. Everything's looking very good from a business analyst standpoint. 200,000 job postings up there. Scrum Masters, 105,000 across the United States have been posted. It's up 5,000 since last time we looked at. Remote jobs, even remote is up by 1,100. So yeah, some places are cutting, but looks like some places are still hiring a little bit there. Project owner Agile, it's at 27,000 across the United States, and then it's up 1,000. Again, remember how we talked about this. I got product owner Agile is 27. Agile product owner is 79,000. So sometimes just switching the words you use in your job search can give you a totally different perspective between just doing this is a big difference in perspectives, right? And then we got Agile project manager, 260,000. I've really seen a lot of Agile project manager jobs post up, and people have been pinging me about that lately. So it's good to know some Agile and project management together. Project management, again, still 263,000. That's why I find it interesting when people talk about how waterfall is dead or project management is dead. It's all Agile, this and that. I said, it's still there. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So, and Agile Coach is still maintaining it. Hasn't spiked up like it was before. It's at 24,000 Agile Coach jobs, up 900. Agile Coach, 45,000. That's up 6,000. So maybe they're really looking to do some more Agile coaching. The more people are trying to become more Agile. And then Agile jobs in general. Agile Remote went down 1,600, but Agile itself in positions went up 29,000 positions across the board. So that's pretty good. Pretty good in the United States from an Agile perspective, job market wise. So they're out there. Sometimes you might have to move around the country. It's a big country. It's bigger than the EU as far as distance goes, but there are positions out there. So let's look at the European Union. Speaking of European Union, European Union here. Again, if there's any regions you really want me to go to and look up on a weekly basis, please feel free to message me and let me know. Right now, I'm just sticking with two of the major ones. I do the European Union only because I think it it touches into Africa and that area of the world too, as far as jobs. Agile business analyst is still at 6,900 positions, up 259, so it's pretty stable. Business analyst 18,000, up 700. Scrum master went up a little bit, went up almost 2,000 positions, posted 31,000 positions in the EU got posted up for Scrum master. So maybe they got a big push for Agile out there. Remote jobs, not much change, pretty much stable at 2,000. Product owner Agile, 10,000 positions across the European Union, pretty stable. Agile product owner, again, 6,600. Went down. It's one of the few numbers that went down over this week. Agile product manager went up 2,000 in the European Union. So they are at 33,000. The remote job, pretty much still the same. Project manager up 6,000 at 67,000 jobs got posted in the EU over the past month on LinkedIn. So that's not bad. That's pretty good. Enterprise coach, pretty stable. And he went up 96 positions, still around 1,500. Agile coach, 10,000 positions there in the EU. And then so we got 30,000 Scrum Master, 10,000 Agile coaches, and 1,500 enterprise coaches. And then we have the Agile positions again. Even in the European Union, Agile went up 7,000 positions. It's like 225,000 positions actually asked for Agile in the European Union. So that's pretty handy to understand some Agile stuff. So now let's look at Philadelphia, my hometown that I'm living in now. Greater Philadelphia area over the past month. Pretty much stable. It's all positive. Agile business analyst, 4,900. Business analyst, 5,000. Scrum master, 5,000. Remote Scrum master, 3,200. Agile product owner, 1,700. Agile product owner or product owner Agile, flipping around, 100 of each other. Agile project manager, 5,800. That's up 500. So that's like up 10%. That's good. Over the past week, Agile project management remote, pretty much the same. Went up 143, still at 17. Project manager, 10,000. It's amazing how there's 10,000 positions in the Philadelphia area that get posted in the past month. It's up 670. Enterprise coach up 12 at 490. Agile coach 1,000, up 88. And then the Agile again up. Agile's up 1,000 to 25,000 positions that are required. Looking for Agile people in the greater Philadelphia area. So certs here. And look at the certs. So I'm gonna do the toolbar. Put the cert scrolling on the bottom here. So cert CSM, still at 10,000 positions, up 458. PSM went up also 120 at 2,600. Safe Agile, 8,000 positions. So definitely know when you search for Safe Agile in that combination that's a pretty good solid area there with that combination. Less Agile, 997, up 1,100. Kanban still, I think it went up, almost up 7,000 since last week. I mean, still 47,000 positions looking for Kanban. Kanban is definitely a unique search criteria. I don't know how many other Kanbans there are. CSPO, 696 for the product owner. SPC Agile, 132. Again, I'm on SPC too, so I'm always curious on that. PMI ACP, 1,000 positions in the United. Now, again, these numbers are across the United States, so I'm reading off too. And then PMP is also huge, went up 20,000 to 338,000 positions over the past month asked for PMP. So and actually is going to help facilitate, we'll say, local chapter for studying for the PMP because it's got a lot of Agile questions on it now. So knowing some Agile, having those questions can be more key. You see from the chart here that Kanban just works everyone else. CSM is next, and then Safe Agile is the one after that. and then more people are looking at the ACP. It'll be interesting to see how the DAD cert goes from PMI. Maybe we'll start tracking that. I think it's just rolling. Just giving I'm the data here. Again, just comparing the EU and the United States definitely still has a larger number of positions out there compared to the EU. Just generate looking for that effort. Though I would say from an Agile perspective, they're pretty close. Right? I don't know if that indicates a lot more jobs are looking for Agile in the European than they are in the States, but it's very, very close there. Okay, so let's go over. Let's look at the tracking. So I always find that interesting. So weekly tracking graphs. All right, so we got Philadelphia. So I'm going to put the Greater Philadelphia scrolling up there again. So let's look at Philadelphia here. So as we said last week, everything's kind of came down compared to the way it has been for this, I guess, since December, since January. If you go all the way back here to November, October, and that big spike up, looks like things are coming back down to where they were back last summer in September. So there was a big drop, and then everything came back up, but it looks like it's pretty much steady and up again. So some stuff is correct. What are these? What is this one? This was Agile Project Manager, so that brought itself back down to where it was pre all that ups and downs for that position in the Philadelphia area. So let's go over here. Let's go check. Oops, too far. So USA. I'll switch over and put the scroll up for the USA. As you can see, I mean, they were going crazy. No wonder why the Fed was all crazed up. Like, what are you doing? Stop hiring more people. So, it was going over the top. I still think LinkedIn's coding was all messed up for months. It looks like it came back down to a more realistic number, and it's pretty steady state. So it came down, dropped like a rock last week, pretty much stable compared to the last week and this week, which looks more into the norm as far as these jobs go compared to where it was before. So that looks better. So then the fixing stuff. I mean, I always love this. This is a classic bug. So we're looking at the European Union. So as last 2 weeks ago, a business analyst, right? That spiked up to over 200,000 positions, which I knew was wrong. And now it's back down to where it normally was before, high bubbles. So it looks like everything's pretty stable there. The European Union. I might have to get rid of this data just to make this look, because now this data, high bubbles. What's up, babe? We got a cat here. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Oh, there she is. She's here. She likes to be on the show. But it's flattening everything out. So you can pretty much see that European Union flat. So I might delete this one piece of data just to make the rest of it look normal. So we'll see. But I'll put a footnote or something like that in there. So sometimes you have to do that to clear it out, because otherwise it just makes everything look like it's not doing anything, which kind of isn't, but it did jump up a little bit. And project manager, so a little bump up there. Okay, so that's pretty much. I want to save this thing. Can I save it? Save it. Make sure I save it. Okay, so what do you think, Bubbles? I think there's some good jobs up there for Bubble Cat. Maybe we can ask ChatGPT, which I put up a couple things on the ChatGPT the other day, and I put a little short with Bubbles. We asked ChatGPT to create a persona for a calico. We did one professional and one that was sarcastic, and had a good time. So I posted a short in YouTube about that. That was pretty cool. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's jump over to some of the news. So I do have the tech. Let's start with Daltesian, the makers of Jira. I'm using them. I'm using the web version with the company I'm helping out now, so it's kind of interesting compared to the server version, which is a whole different user interface. It's amazing how different. Bubble, stop hitting the camera. So I'll teach you. So the past day, it's up. Let's look at the past month because we haven't looked at anything in a while. So for the past month, it's up a half a point. Went down for a while, came back up. Okay, there's all T. Microsoft. Microsoft past day is down 1% there. Oh, I forgot to look at news. All right, look at the news. Anything news? Stock fortune maybe made. SolarWinds Observatory now available. Microsoft Azure Marketplace. Interesting. They were dumb as rock. Microsoft uses slams voice assistants like Alexa. Interesting. Maybe just because he doesn't have one. Overall, Microsoft is down 4% since for the past month. Okay. Look at Amazon. Amazon is down today about 0.2%. But look at the last month. Let's see. It's down 6.5%. Any news in Amazon? Why Amazon and Uber stocks topped the market on Tuesday? So I guess it pumped up, came back down. 3 stocks dinner. Retail search and Amazon's $40 billion advertising business. Okay, so he's talking about the advertising and Amazon HR executive hints at rehiring laid off employees. Interesting. Let's go back to the U.S. Share the job market. So, and maybe hire some people back. You know, when you do that broad swap, it's kind of like it is what it is. That they all haven't found new jobs by now, based on the 10,000 new jobs that are available. Past month for Broadcom, I've been using VMware for somebody. It's a pretty interesting piece of software. Broadcom also owns Rally, right? We use that too. Talk about that. So it's up 3.9%. They make a lot of chips too. So for the past month, it's almost up 4%. Say anything good? Broadcom. Oh, I know they kept talking about buying VMware. Is it still here? It sold. Insider sold $21 million worth of Broadcom Inc. Apple wants to part ways with Broadcom, but it might be very hard to do so. So there's some investments. Nothing really about software. Okay. Apple Inc. Down 1.5 today. Past month down 0.2%. 6 months pretty much unchanged. Seeing news in Apple. Invisibles 20 years ago. You get now. China social media. It sounds alarm bell about India's development as Apple's next area. Apple stock is a buy. Goldman says the market is missing the Apple. I don't see anything new technology-wise in the news. Comcast, local company here in Philadelphia, pretty big company. Let's say they do a lot of TV. They're down to almost 2.5, down 6% for the past month. Anything good? And Comcast, giant pension sales, Caterpillar Micro stock. Okay. Comcast, NBCU, and Sky partner with MultiChoice on Showtime streaming. Comcast marks the internet's designed to mislead. I don't know. Bob Iger signals Disney Hulu strategy shift. So that might be causing some stress. Work on the streaming service for Comcast back in the day. A few years ago now. All right. That was fun, actually. It was a fun job. Actually. Zoom, because we use Zoom a lot in my meetings, so we always look at Zoom. Down, was that 2.33%? Now down 12%. for the past month. That's not good. Why? What's wrong with Zoom now? Zoom fires its president days after the company cut 1,300 jobs. Fires President Greg Toom after laying off. You know what, though? I mean, something Zoom bomber hijacks online event with Federal Reserve governor. Oh, God. That's why when we do our meetup.com, I have everyone go on Zoom. I check the emails now, and it makes sure that they're real people. So I do have a, by the way, March 15th, which is not this week, but next week, is our meetup.com. I'm going to talk about being neutral. I think we got Jennifer coming back to talk Kanban. I may have another speaker that's going to be talking about something that he's interested in, so it should be pretty good. See, waiting to solidify that information. So that's the Zoom stuff. Now I want to jump over to Twitter. So now we're looking at Twitter. So Twitter, my Agilist page, which I have on my own personal, because I did it years ago before I did the 5 a.m. Scrum show. But since it's popular and people look at it, it's got some good stuff. We just keep going there. So, got Angie Jones, super dope product from App Tools. No matter what Angie Jones up, I always like it. So I'm gonna retweet. Be smart. This looks like an app they have now. The test, what she says. So it allows you to test your UI against the design. So that's pretty cool. Free. So it's a free tool. We'll have to try it. I do like all those products that come out there for the testing. A log of Agilist campaign against managers not making good decisions, but ignore the fact they're giving them good information, but are making requests on trust. Is it okay to your approach demands on trust of those doing it? I don't know. It's a complicated question. Good stuff, though. How to start simply without leading to complexity. Simple start, not built for expansion. Simple start, built for an expansion. And you got to mess with tools. I think I've seen that toolbox picture in so many classes that I've taken in that. Agile for humans. Want to bring empirical process control to your product. Don't process. Show how Scrum can help. I will say I did use the other day the control charts because the team was trying to establish how long their sprint should be. And just for grins, I went and looked at how long their stuff is taking to be worked on now. A little bit under 3 weeks. So I said, why don't you just do 3 weeks? And they're all like, yay, because I wouldn't push it, but we'll push it as we go. But I use the data to help them pick how long their sprint should be. Agile for all, 25 people trained over the past 25,000 people trained over the past 18 years. Well, good for them. Bob Hartman. I guess he's now on their staff to train. Okay, cool. Bob Hartman, my Scrum Alliance certified Scrum Master product schedule published, and now he's published courses. Let's see what here. Tiny Buddha. Alan, let's say Alan's got anything good. Great description of sustainable pace principle from immersion. Begin every day. I don't know. Serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. I don't know. That's too much. Let's see here. Drawing it out. Got a cat. Look at the cat. Renzo the cat. Badass ginger. I like the cat picture. Bubbles like, I don't like the cat. I like the cat. I'm your cat. Okay, repeat. I'm not seeing anything professional coach. I'll shall wait to my professional coach book. Or someone's doing Chat GPT today with OpenAI. We're launching a Chat GPT apps for Slack. Interesting. Angie Jones retweeted that. So Slack, I should like that. That's a tweet saying how we use Slack for our mastermind group, and we have that Slack channel for our activities. Maybe I should look at experimenting that. Maybe I will. How that goes. We gotta go so far before Vasco's up there. What's he got? This is as of March 6th, the most listened to Scrum podcast episode measured by unique downloads. How being yelled at by users changes your perspective on customer value. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch this is that a podcast? I don't know. At Scrum Podcast. That's box, okay. It's like Scrum Master Box. I looked it up, but that's about it. Nothing else. I've seen this cartoon about 1,000,000 times. So I'm not gonna like it because it's the same stuff. It's just reused. Change priorities ahead. Interesting. What's this one? Vasco. I want to learn how to prioritize your backlog and collaborate effectively with your team. Join the product owner summit and hear from experienced owners. So I'm just gonna like it. I'm gonna retweet it. No, he's got it, but does he? Some owner summit. We have 2 days left for the product owner summit. Maybe I'll go. What's it? Buy your ticket. Who's in there? Johnson, Kimber, Benson. So if you're at a product, or maybe this would say with a super early bird ticket. $19. That's not bad. Or is it pounds? I don't know. It's $19 free. Free ticket for live attendance. So you can go for free. So the summit's free. So I highly recommend, maybe I should post about it. I should join. I should go. When is it? 9 days? I'd like to go. I just got this new contract. You always got something new going on, whether or not you can go or not, So April 18th and 19th. So that's something to think about there. It's free. So why not register? Maybe just go to one thing. You don't have to go. It can cost you any money. So maybe for an hour, I would do it. I should tweet. I do something. I'm going to tweet something about it. I said, for 2 days. Even if you get an hour or two, it's free information. Just pick the one you want. All right. I think we're good. We're done for the night. I want to thank you all for joining us. And you got Big B on the picture. So I'm going to wish you the best. Hope I had some good information for you from a job perspective. Definitely sign up for that Product Owner Summit activity because it is free. You can't knock that. I should post that up my Slack channel and remind everybody. Just sign up anyhow. It ain't gonna cost you any money. Sign up for free, and if you want to play the videos, then pay the money. But at least you can pick a video or two. You can spend an hour. It doesn't cost you any money, and you can listen to some of the presentations. I know I did the Agile Summit, which was pretty good. So, with that, have a great evening. Happy scrumming. We will see you tomorrow morning. And I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Bye. See ya.